Okay, so this is the homework check for Chapter 1, Lesson 3 about rates and unit rates. Let's check our homework. For number 1, the answer is the unit rate 12 ounces for one steak, so 12 ounces per steak. You took 72 ounces over 6 steaks, divided both by the denominator so you could get that unit rate of 1 in the denominator. Same with this one, 162 water bottles per 9 cases, divide both by the denominator 9, and that gives you 18 bottles in one case. So there were 18 water bottles per case. For number 4, this is tricky. It was like example 2, and you couldn't get a 1 in the denominator. So 12 pounds of turkey per 27 sandwiches. Notice it said how much turkey per sandwich. So turkey goes on the top, sandwich goes on the bottom. Divide by the greatest common factor because you can't divide by either of those numbers. So 3. If you divide both by 3, you have 4 pounds of turkey per 9 sandwiches. So 4/9 of a pound of turkey per 1 sandwich. That's 4/9 would be your answer. For number 6, we're talking unit rates and we're using money here. So in this one, you have $4 for 8 juice boxes. You divide both numerator and denominator by 4. That's the greatest common factor. Now that gives you $1 for 2 juices. We don't have a 1 on the bottom. But this is just like in example 2, number 4 up here, where you have a fraction. So really, it's $1/2. It's a half of a dollar, 1/2, or 50 cents per 1 juice box. So if it's $1 for 2 juice boxes, it's 50 cents for 1 juice box, half a dollar. Number 7, so we have Josh's cousin pledging $12 for a charity walk. If he walked 3 miles, how much does his cousin pay per mile? So if he gives him $12 and he walks 3 miles, how much is it per mile? We got to get 1 mile on the bottom for that unit rate. So 12 divided by 3 and 3 divided by 3, that denominator, $4 for 1 mile. So it's $4 per mile. All right, our next step is going to be to go into the learning journal. So once your homework's done, let's get the learning journal ready. All right, it's everybody's favorite time, writing in the math journal. Go ahead and open up your math journal. We are going to be writing the reflection for objective D. So you need to go to the next page. That was objective A, B, C. All right. You are going to need to pause this, and first we'll do number 1 and 2, and then we'll pause it and we'll do 3 and 4. That way I can zoom in a little bit better. So what you're going to do in a minute is pause the video, set all of this up, and fill in the blanks. You're going to have to explain what a unit rate is, and you're going to have to fill in the blanks here to calculate a unit rate. I am trying to get a blank in the denominator. What number? If I write the rate as a fraction, I can simplify it to a unit rate by, what do you have to do? Add, subtract, multiply, divide. If you don't remember this stuff, you should be looking in your book, and specifically you're going to want to look at page 32 in your book. So go ahead, pause this, use page 32 as needed, and then start it up when you're done. Okay, once you're done with this part, here's number 3 and 4. So this is where you actually do the examples. If Davis prints 24 photos in 8 minutes, he can print blank photos per minute. Here's my work. If Carrie makes 12 bracelets in 48 minutes, she can make blank bracelets per minute. Here's my work. This one's a little easier because you can divide by the denominator.
Mr. Crawford, please call 1114.
There's an announcement.
Mr. Crawford, call 1114.
Let's ignore that. Okay, this one's a little tough because there's not a number that you can't just divide by the denominator, but you'll see, it's actually kind of easy. So go ahead and do those two. And this one right here, if you get done with 3 and 4, go ahead and go to page 36 and do number 13 when you're done. All right, so pause this. When you get done with that, go ahead and play the video again. Okay, the last thing that we need to do for this lesson is we need to go back to our learning objectives and we need to fill out where I'm at after learning about this. Right here for objective D, I can calculate a unit rate 1 through 5 using this scale up here. Where are you at for this learning objective?